we can start a no chain reaction. Yeah, give a little love is love away. Bring a smile to somebody's day. 'Cause you never know what they're going through. A kind word may be all it takes to let the sun shine through the gray. No, it really ain't that hard to do. 'Cause you never know, you might just leave a piece of heaven behind you when you give it love away. So give a little love is love now, no matter how small you feel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Carolyn's Corner Live. I am so glad to have you all here. We are having a few technical difficulties. This is our Carolyn's Corner Roundup new release special number 2. A couple of our guests are having some issues, but I just didn't want to leave y'all hanging out there and wondering what's going on. So as you can see, we have 2 of our great guests. Actually, we have 3. You just can't see one of them. With me, right below me, is Mr. Steve Rue. Hey, Steve, how are you doing?
Great. Glad to be here.
Yes, I'm so glad to have you back. And right next to Steve is Mr. Gary Ward. Hi, Gary.
Hello.
Hello. So glad to have you back. Thank you for being here. And right above Gary, you can't see him, but you can hear him, is Mr. Jeffrey Nauman. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, how you doing, Carolyn?
Good. And I'm sorry we can't see you, but hey, at least we can hear you.
Well, I'm in Hawaii, so you can just imagine it.
Yes, we're just imagining it. Exactly. So I'm so glad y'all are on your way. We have that y'all are here. We have one of our guests that is from hold on, we got one more coming in right now. It's what you call live. I love it. Here we go. Let's bring Robert Garcia on the screen. There we go, right down here, right below. Make sure I got it right. Right below Steve is Robert Garcia, Bobby Garcia. Hey, Bobby, how you doing, or Robert? Can you hear me? Whoops. He can't hear me. We'll put him in the waiting room and see if he can get that resolved, okay? But it's good to see you. Oh my goodness. So we're going to go ahead and take off from this point, and Robert will keep working on his. Hopefully he can get on here to see if it'll work. So let me go ahead and start with you, Steve, okay? So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I know that you've been on the show before. Just a little brief summary about yourself, please.
Sure. I live in Redlands, California, the last 36 years, and originally from Des Moines, Iowa. So I'm a Midwestern boy, so to speak. But
Okay.
During high school, college, and after a few years after college, I really enjoyed playing in bands, rock bands, jazz, and so forth. Had a lot of fun doing that. And eventually my day job took me really away. I was doing a lot of international travel. In fact, I was in 15 countries during my career. I was really fortunate to really get to see the world. And retired from my day job in 2017. But just to back up, in about 2012, I got the songwriting bug and written a lot of songs now.
Yes, you have. Absolutely. I've heard a lot of them. They're excellent.
Got 4 albums on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and various other online platforms. But it's been a lot of fun. I haven't played in a live band since 1980. But when I got the songwriting bug, I needed to go out and find a band. And I had some lucky happenstances where I met a singer named Lila Avila. And her father played in a group called Oingo Boingo, a pretty well-known regional Southern California group. And one thing led to another. I ended up recording 4 albums in his studio. And the most recent album was just last May.
Wow, that is great. That's very exciting. So the opportunity just presented itself, and and you've just been kept going with it. I love it. I love it. You've written some beautiful songs. And the young lady that's singing the couple of songs that we're going to be showing tonight or premiering tonight, what is her name again? Repeat her name. Make sure I don't pronounce it wrong.
Lila Avila.
Lila Avila. Yes, I practiced saying it too, Steve. I really did. She's got an amazing, amazing voice. So the first song I put up on the screen for us to listen to and check out, let you tell us about, is Take Me. You want to tell us a little bit about that song, Steve?
Yeah, as I'm sure some of your other guests can testify to, every song has some kind of an origin. It
Right.
can be something that's true. It's been just elements, a line you read in a book. When I retired, I had, again, as I mentioned before, I'd been in 15 different countries doing training and development and loved my career. When I got done retiring, I told my wife, I said, I'm sick of travel. I don't
Right.
want any more travel. And I could tell after I'd said that, she was kind of heartbroken.
Yeah.
I had taken her on a few trips, Australia, Great Britain, Italy, but she was obviously pretty downhearted about what I'd said. So I got inspired one day and decided to write a song called Take Me as
Very nice.
a way to repair that comment that I had made earlier. So the
That's
song, that's the origin of the song Take Me.
very nice. And it's very beautifully, beautifully done. So let's go ahead and play that, shall we? Get back up here. This is Take Me by Steve Rue.
Oh.
Here we go.
Take me on a journey. It doesn't matter where. We'll get lost along the way. You and I won't care. Take me anytime or anywhere. Take me anytime you want. Know that I'll be there. Take me to a place in time. Show me that you care. Take me anytime or anywhere. Take me to a place you know. Travel far away. Take me any place you'll find where there's peace of mind.
Wow, that is an excellent song. And Jeff commented while it was playing, smooth. This is an unfair competition. Smooth sax, love it. Yeah, absolutely. I love it too. It's got a very beautiful, smooth sound. Steve, do you produce the music on those as well, Steve?
Yeah, I put together the lyrics, the chords, the melody. I play bass and I sing backup.
Very
I
nice.
do, incidentally, I have recorded this song and another one. The next one you're going to see, I've also recorded those myself as a lead vocalist, which I
Very
haven't done
nice.
much of, but I particularly like these songs. And John Avila is my producer. And Lila is a very popular local singer in the Los Angeles, specifically Pasadena area. He
Nice.
sang backup behind Josh Groban.
Wow. Yeah, she's got a beautiful voice. I mean, beautiful.
I fell in
Wow.
love with her voice. She's recorded probably lead vocal in about 85% of my songs.
Oh my gosh. You're very fortunate to have gotten her. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great. I'm going to take a moment and see if we can get Robert on here, see if we can hear him. Hi, Robert. Bobby, can you hear me? He can hear me, but I can't hear him. Say something else. No.
I
Well,
had to go to Google Chrome to get mine to work live.
yeah, it's just we're having a lot of different issues. Um, all right, we may have to split this up and do two separate shows because I don't want to not feature your songs, guys, and give you the same opportunity as everyone else. Um, so sorry, folks, I'm a little distracted trying to get this working. Let's go ahead and go to your next song, sir. I'm so sorry, Steve. I'm trying to keep focused. The next song is Coffee with You. Tell me a little bit about that song.
Well, let me first make a clarification because it can be confusing.
Okay.
There are some other Steve Rues out there on the
Yeah.
internet. There's a composer, pianist from Kansas named Steve Rue, and there's a couple of others. So I decided to use the Michael J. Fox strategy
Ah,
and go as Stephen A. Rue, which
uh-huh.
that helps me with ASCAP and copywriting and so forth, just to keep it more clear. So all my songs are listed. If you just go to Stephen A. Rue on any of those platforms, you'll find me.
Yeah,
This song, this next song is one. It's sort of a. I think I wrote it sort of subconsciously. I used to work with a guy who met his later to be bride. He met her standing in a Starbucks line.
Really? Wow.
And I remember him sharing the story with me that he'd see this woman. So
See,
I
that never
decided
works for me.
to really, for the first time, I know this isn't anything radical to our country singers. You know, they say to make it, take a story and turn it into music. I
Yeah.
really haven't done much of that. This was sort of my first venture at trying to turn a very short story into a song.
Nice.
And that's but it's titled Coffee with You.
Yeah, I really like it. It's got a great sound as well. And it is the same artist that's singing it, correct?
Yes, and the same saxophone player, Jeff Walden, is the sax player. He's one of the better saxophonists in the Los Angeles area.
Very, very nice. So is there anything else you want to add about this song? We're going to go ahead and let everybody hear this. Coffee with You.
Oh, it's one of my favorites, and I also sing lead vocal on it on another. It's also on the same platforms, Apple and Spotify.
Very nice. So everybody can find all of these songs pretty much everywhere under Stephen A. Rue, right?
Yes.
Great, man. That's exciting. So here we go, folks. Excuse me. Here is Coffee with You. Here we go.
I've had my breakfast with scrambled eggs and bacon. I've dined with friends my heart was never taken. What I really want is coffee with you. You walk right by me with your been so lonely and hungry for affection. You fill my heart with love's imagination. What I really want is coffee with you. A conversation, just you and me. Can you imagine what we could be? We'll unwind, find peace of mind alone with you. Coffee with you, a table for two. I want you to be always with me. I've seen a rainbow that took me close to heaven. I've seen the sunset and its magical reflection. What I really want is coffee with you. I watch you leaving, your eyes lock onto mine. Maybe tomorrow stars and planets will align. What I really want is coffee with you. Coffee with you, a table for two. I want you to be always with me. Coffee with you, being with you. All that I want is coffee with you. Coffee with you. I wanna be with you.
All right, Steve. That is an excellent song. I really do like that one too. I don't know if I had to choose one, I don't think I'd be able to because I like them both equally. Great job on those. Great job. So
Thank you.
again, they can find your music on any music streaming platform under Stephen A. Rue, correct?
Yes.
Jeff just said he'd choose number two. I like that. I like that. Yeah, it's hard to choose. They're both really well done, very well produced. They sound beautiful. And she did an excellent job on the vocals and the music and the arrangement. It just sounds excellent. Good job, Steve. Thank you so much for sharing those with us. And I know you've got a lot of other songs because you said this is your fourth album, I believe. So y'all make sure and go to YouTube. What would be the primary locations? Anywhere would be good, right? Where they can find all four of your albums?
The well, on YouTube, I have a channel. If you
Okay.
go to the an official channel, if you go to Stephen A. Rue YouTube channel,
Okay.
and my first three albums are on that channel.
Very nice.
The fourth album, which these two songs are from, are on an associated channel. It's called a topic channel. For
Okay.
some reason, YouTube forces the issue on that. They're
Huh.
not all amalgamated yet,
Oh, okay.
but you can see all of them. They'll all be there. So
Very nice. That's a huge accomplishment to have that many albums already. My gosh, that's incredible.
I didn't write a song. I have never written a song in my life. And frankly, just sang backup and bass and didn't pay that much attention to lead lyrics.
Right,
Back
right.
playing in lounges 6 nights a week
Wow.
back in the 70s.
Right.
I didn't write my first song until I was 62 years old.
Wow. Oh my gosh, you've already got 4 albums. That's incredible. You should be extremely proud. And I know the previous ones we heard on the show when you were on her before, and now these, I mean, I just think they're awesome. They're excellent. Really good job. Thank you so much for sharing them with us, Steve. I hope to have you back again, of course, on at a later date to share even more.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. And I hope you'll hang out while we talk to the other two gentlemen here.
I'd love to.
Thank you so much, Steve. So, ladies and gentlemen, up next, I want to go ahead, since we can see him. Jeffrey's okay with waiting, I think, because he knows we can't see him. I'm so sad about that. Let me just try Robert real quick one more time and see if we can hear him yet. Hold on. Hey, Robert, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yes, you can. I can
Hear you
hear
now.
you. Hallelujah. Good. Okay, I'm going to leave you on here for a minute. So,
Nice.
so I was going to go ahead and go with Gary Ward next. Gary, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I hope y'all are doing well. And Steve, you sounded great too. I like that gal. She's a great singer.
Yeah, thank you, Gary. Yeah, she is. She really is. Oh my gosh. Excellent, excellent. And hi, Jamie. I wanted to remind everyone that's viewing tonight. I know we got off to a kind of a rocky start. There's always something that goes wrong when you're trying to put together a show with this many guests. Hi, Jamie. Thank you. And for anyone else that's here, please comment and tell me who you are, and give us your comments. Jamie said, "Great song, Steve. Making this cowgirl songwriter want coffee on a 100-degree day." LOL. Yes, amen to that, Jamie. Absolutely, absolutely. So let me go ahead and switch up the graphics here, and let's have a little talk with Gary. I appreciate all of y'all being here. I know a few of you are missing, so we will give an opportunity to those two guys because I don't want to miss. Sometimes things come up. There we go. I'm just going to switch the graphic, and Mr. Gary Ward, who is right below us. Hi, Gary. You doing good?
I'm doing great.
That's good. So when I had you on the show before, I was blown away by your guitar playing is incredible. I mean, honestly, I told my
Thanks.
husband, yeah, really, really, really good. And your lyrics are exceptional, and I was so impressed by that. Why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself real quick, Gary?
Well, I started playing in bands when I lived in Southern California,
Uh huh.
and there's a couple of guys that I still know out there that are playing out there. One of them is Tommy Eros. He's kind of having a big deal in San Diego. He used to play with Fatburger, and I haven't seen him in 50 years, probably more than that. But at any rate, I moved to Corpus Christi, Texas in 1971 or so. Went to
Uh-huh.
high school and started playing in bands in Corpus Christi with various people, and eventually got a gig at this place called the Rogues Club, and my band became the house band there. And during that time, Freddie Fender came and started playing with us, and so we did a little bit of local touring around with Freddie. And also during that time, I met my wife, and we were going to the same college there in Corpus, Del Mar College.
Nice.
And so I dropped out of the Freddie's band because they were getting ready to go on a nationwide tour, and I was getting ready to stay in college and about to get married the following year.
Right.
And a few weeks after I quit the band, they were on the Tonight Show. So,
Wow.
but also while I was in college there, I played in a few gigs with this guy you probably heard of, Chris Layton. And Chris was the drummer for Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Wow.
And Chris, and this guy, Sid Sanchez, who's a well-known guitarist in Austin. The three of us played some gigs around Corpus Christi. And then I went back into the band that I was in at the Rogues Club, and we all became Weekend Warriors and did that for like 8 years. And I wound up moving to Houston and playing in a country band up there on the weekends. And moved to Virginia. For about 5 years, I wasn't playing in a band. I was doing nothing but work.
Right.
And I moved back to Dallas area in '96. And I started playing in a band here. I had a band called Texas Pearl. And we were playing all over the North Texas area mainly. And then I started doing solo stuff, and I for the last up until March of this year, I was doing a solo gig and doing really well up until the pandemic hit, and then most of the businesses I was playing at all went out of business during the pandemic.
Oh, isn't that sad? Golly, yeah.
Yeah. So I've kind of retired and focused more on writing songs lately. But I've been writing songs forever. Going back even as far as the 80s, I was writing songs. And I write country, I write blues, rock. And so the ones I've written lately are things that are, I think the ones I sent you are ones that I've written this year. And I haven't released them on a CD yet. But I put them up on YouTube because, it just gives me something to do. And if you're not performing for a live audience, at least you can perform for somebody.
Absolutely. Yeah. And they are excellent. And the two that you have sent us is Broken Man and the Autumn of Life. I love the title.
So Broken Man is kind of my song that I wrote. I had a liver transplant in 2013 or 16 rather, 2016.
Wow.
So 7 years ago, almost exactly, I had a liver transplant. And Broken Man is a song about the dark time before I quit drinking and reached the point where I needed repair. And my God is choosing this time to be an idiot.
I know, that's okay. That's okay. Well, let's go ahead and play Broken Man. Broken Man. And if you could just mute your mic while we play it, okay, Gary?
All right, sounds good. If I can find a way, there it is.
There it is. You see it? All right. Let's go ahead and play. This is Broken Man by Gary Ward. Here we go.
I never let my weakness show. I always hid behind my shield. Too proud to let people know I was not the man of steel. I was always starting from behind, and I told myself that I would be just fine. Pretending I had everything it takes to win the race with time. It's hard to imagine now how I got it all so wrong. The answers were always there. I should have known it all along. Took the path of least resistance. Somehow I made it through. And when I failed, I didn't learn. I just kept building on these blues. And now you're looking at a broken man. I only hope I can be saved. The sins are many and my failings are large, and I'm the only one to blame. Hit me hard and then I figured it out, and it brought me to my knees. My salvation's always been there. I've always known all I had to do was reach. let you slide. Shortcuts taken have a price, and the piper always makes you pay. Stolen comfort that you take comes back to haunt you someday. And now you're looking at a broken man. I only hope I can be saved. My sins are many and my failings are large, and I'm the only one to blame. Hit me hard and I figured it out, and it brought me to my knees. My salvation's always been there. Yes, I've always known. All I had to do was leave.
Wow, that was excellent, Gary. Excellent,
Thank
excellent. I'm so impressed by your playing and your singing and your vocals. They're excellent. I mean, really good. I enjoy them very, very much. Thank you so much for sharing that song with us. And the next song that we have for you is "The Autumn of Life." You want to tell us a
Yeah,
little about that, Gary?
sure. Um, it's just one of those songs. I usually sometimes lyrics come first,
Right?
and one of the lines in that song popped in my head a long time ago, and I wrote it down. And a lot of times when I hit a dry spell, I start playing with chord progressions and just trying to work something out, and eventually uh, I'll kind of come up with words to the music, and then often I'll go back and look for old lines that I've saved, and I forget which line it was, but I found an old line and kind of worked on a story from that. But it's basically a song about getting old.
Yeah, exactly. And I love your lyrics. I mean, they're very heartfelt. They really are. I'm excited for everyone to hear this. This is called "The Autumn of Life." Anything else you want to add about it, Gary, before I play
Uh,
it?
no,
All right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gary Ward with "The Autumn of Life." Listen close to the lyrics. It's very touching. Here we go.
Found a picture in the doorway. It reminded me of my old home. I've been anchored in a harbor with a stream, and it feels so all alone as tomorrow becomes today. Possibilities are slipping away. The roar of the road grows stronger each day. Sometimes people just don't understand when commitments rule out any other plans. But my longing runs deep, it's just out of my hands. When I rode into the sunset long ago, there was no way that I could have known that the cost of my travels was all I ever owned. Passing time can be unkind, will brittle your bones and dull your mind. Best laid plans can bottom of this life ain't been easy, but it's something that we've gotta face. Of all the things that I've gotten wrong, one of them wasn't you. Wasn't part of the plan, but here we are. Most of our dreams came true. We had a while and some things went wrong. What are we gonna do? We'll just carry the pieces that are falling apart and do the best that we can do. Passing time can be unkind. They will brittle your bones and dull your mind. Your best laid plans can come undone when reality bites and you're out of time. Must accept what is and just move on and hope that somehow things fall in place. The autumn of this life ain't that easy, but it's something that we've gotta face.
Yeah, listening to, I remember some of the lyrics on that have to do with, people invite you places and you want to go, but you can't, and people
Yeah.
don't always understand. It's just one of those things sometimes.
I know, and as we get older, we're all just different things come up in our lives, unfortunately. And I really like that. I think it's great. And I want to read some of these comments. My friend Roland is here. He said, sounds like Tom Petty. Now, that's a compliment. I tell you that. Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks, Roland. Marie said that she loves your voice and nice tune and love his playing. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Roland. Yes, I completely agree. You are absolutely a talent. And I think it's so cool that you used to live in Corpus. That's where I lived. And that's where Robert is, who's to your right. But Robert, I'm going to get to you in a few minutes. Okay. I want to go ahead and bring Jeffrey on back on here. Gary, excellent job. Thank you so much. Y'all make sure and go look up all of, tell them where they can find all your music, Gary. Is most of it on YouTube or tell them where?
Yeah, most of it's on YouTube, and but I have a lot of music out there on Spotify and Amazon Prime. There's others. I can't remember them all.
There's
Most
a
of
lot.
most of the music. I have several albums, and most of them have between 12 and 16 or 18 songs on some of them, and I had a couple of songs get played on the radio back in the one in the late 90s and one around early parts of 2003 or 4. And all of those are still out there. I try to keep them out there.
Very nice. Wow,
So,
you should be very proud. You know what I just realized? This just happened, y'all. This wasn't planned. So I'm noticing that all of you guys that I have on here tonight all have multiple albums and have just been doing this a long time. And it wasn't like I put you in a group. It just worked out that way. So I think that's so cool. And I love the fact that you used to live in Corpus. So does Robert or Bobby. He lives in Corpus. I just think there's a lot of similarities between you guys, but yet you're all distinctive and different and great in your own individual ways. I love it. I'm so honored to have y'all here. I really am.
and Bobby actually introduced me to you,
Oh,
your show, and he's one of my favorite songwriters. So
That's funny. I had no idea. I don't even remember because it's been so long. I don't remember who referred to. Thank you. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. So, y'all, give me just a minute. I'm going to try to bring Jeffrey back on the screen, see if he's here. If not, we'll go with you next, Bobby. Let me see if I can pull him on. Jeffrey, if you're still here, can you go ahead and join us? Hope we lost him again. Let's see if he's going to come on. Let's give him a minute. If not, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you next, Robert, okay? So I thought my husband came up with the idea about doing the new release shows, and I love it. The only thing is it's kind of hard because I want to get everybody ample time. There we go. Now, you're not able to see Jeffrey, but you're able to hear him. So let's make sure that's still the case. Jamming and relating to both of them. Yes, Jamie, I agree. I agree. Let's bring him on. Now, remember, you can't see him. Jeffrey, are you still there? Uh-oh. Jeffrey, can you hear us? Oh, Jeffrey. Well, we may wait. We may wait to do Jeffrey to introduce. Let me see here. Let me just type in here real quick. Jeffrey, can you hear us? Jeff, can you hear us? Okay, Jeff, I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Bobby, and then we'll get back to you. Hopefully, you can get that resolved. It's crazy how many technical issues can come up when you're doing a live show. So, Jeff, hold tight, okay? So, let me go ahead and direct my attention towards you, Robert. You're catty corner for me. I feel like we're in the Brady Bunch, right? The Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
So Robert is right here, catty corner, directly across from me, not directly across, catty corner. I don't know why I like saying that word, catty corner. Y'all probably like, what catty corner? Where'd that come from? Let me put your name up on the screen so nobody. So you go by Bobby Garcia, right? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself while I get this?
Okay. So I've been playing music since the 70s. As a kid, I was a drummer in high school, junior high and high school.
Okay.
And my dad actually bought me a drum set when I was 10 years old. And I'm talking about a professional drum set. So I was
Nice.
jamming as a drummer at 10 years old. So when I went to junior high and high school, I was already like into it.
Wow.
And so then as a 14-year-old, I picked up guitar. My brother was playing and he left a guitar behind and I picked it up and I used to play secretly in my room to his music that he left behind. And he had books like from Bread, the group Bread and the Beatles and all that, the Eagles. And so I would look at the chords and I'd just start playing and learning. So I started learning how to play the guitar. And then I used to record all that stuff as a teenager on cassettes. And believe it or not, I still have all those cassettes and they still work. So I still have all my recordings since I was a kid. They're right here behind me, by the way. And,
That's amazing.
Yeah. And so that's a treasure because you get to go back and say, man, I can't believe I was able to bring that with me today,
Yeah.
It's just so cool. Anyway, and so as a teenager, I was in little garage bands and things like that. We did Battle of the Bands at the Ritz Theater. And back in the 70s, we used to have quite a few Battle of the Bands. And
I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah, Gary probably knows about that too. Yeah, Gary probably was in it too. So
I was.
Yeah, I
Nice.
thought so. And so I was hooked. I mean, I was hooked. And so since then, it's like every year in my life, there's always been a guitar, always been music. I've always been playing. There's never been a time when I never didn't play. Even, so even if I wasn't in a band, at the house, always playing. Oh, you see the piano. So I also learned how to play piano when I was a teenager by myself.
Wow.
And so through the years, all these instruments you see behind me, I've just bought and kept. And a lot of this stuff behind me is like from the 70s and 80s. I got those congas behind me. I've got, see them right there behind me, they're black.
Yeah.
This drum set, it's all over the place. But I just keep wanting to learn and know all these instruments. So then, um, as an adult, I got into some serious bands. And I don't know if Gary remembers. There's a group here in Corpus called Matt Hole and the Hot Rod Gang. It was a rockabilly band. We started that band, and it became huge here in Corpus. And then I hired a guy once to be in my band. His name was Dave Maroney, and he ends up turning into a band called Aloha Dave and the Tourists, and they became a huge band
Oh,
in Corpus. And so, I've known all these people who are great. And then fast forward to today, I ran into Gary on Facebook, and I was like, "Man, this guy is great.
yeah,
His guitar playing." And so I was really getting into original music,
right.
big time. And so the art of writing a song, the art of lyrics, and the whole bit. And I come up with this song. It was called "Those Summer Nights," and man, it wasn't like, I mean, I just heard Gary. I just befriended him. I said, "Hey, I got a song, and I want you to play guitar on it." And
Oh, nice.
so,
Yes.
so he said, "Well, shoot me the song," and I did. And he laid down the guitar lick, and I think I played it on the show, you know. And so that's how Gary got into my life, because he actually played guitar for me. And
That's great.
yeah, and then I found your show, and then I told Gary about this show, and so he's kind of like my hero. He really is, because
That's so amazing, right?
yeah, he's like my favorite writer. He says I'm his favorite writer. I'm his favorite. He's my favorite writer. And now lately, my thing is in Corpus. There's not a lot of original music going on. There's a lot of cover bands going, big time, and so the original music scene is kind of slow here. And so when you go to places like Austin or San Antonio or the bigger cities, they have what they call listening rooms. And
Right.
so I'm trying to spread the word. We need a place like that in Corpus, because what it is
That would be
it's
really
not
good.
yeah, it would be like a small concert for you,
Right, right.
so otherwise you are playing at venues where, like a bar or a club, and people are eating and drinking, and they're halfway listening to you.
Yes.
And so my thing is, I want to play a concert like thing to an audience, where they're just actually sitting there listening to you. They came to hear you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
That's a
yeah,
great
so
idea.
I'm really trying to push that right now.
Well,
And
I wish
so
you the best of luck with that. That we do
yeah,
need something like that. I wish I could do something like that here, but
yeah,
Beeville's just too small,
yeah,
I think. But Corpus would be an excellent place to do that.
yeah,
So we have two new releases from you. Well, new to us because you didn't play them on the previous show.
yeah,
The songs are, let me make sure I've got them right. Big Front Door and I'm Really Into You.
yeah.
So let's start with Big Front Door. Tell us a little bit about that song, Robert. If Bobby or
So
Robert, if you
so
want.
so Big Front Door. So the majority of my songs are very mellow,
Right.
very easy going, kind of slow, very mellow. And so I have to force myself to come up with a upbeat tune, right?
Right.
And so I don't want to just do slow songs. And so I have to force it. So this particular song, it's not a throwaway song, because I actually like the tune.
Yes.
And the lyrics are funny, and they're silly, but in my writing, I want to have a little bit of everything.
Right.
So this song is upbeat, fun song, and just, I don't know if everyone knows, but like everything I record, it's all me. If there's drums in it, bass in it,
You're doing the
guitar
whole
in it,
thing. Wow.
piano, everything.
Yeah.
And
That's
so I really enjoy doing that.
yeah.
It's my love. I think Gary knows how much I love it. He's one of the guys that really gets me.
Yeah,
And
that
so
is so cool. So you're doing the whole thing. I love that.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
like this song Big Front Door. It's funny when I heard it, remember what I said? I said it reminds me
yeah.
of a James Bond movie.
I know.
It's
I'm
got
trying
that
to figure
sound.
out. Yeah, yeah.
I don't
So
know. I'm weird when I say stuff. I'm just like that's what it reminds me of
yeah,
a James Bond movie. So Is there anything you want to tell them specifically about Big Front Door?
No, no, it's just a song I wrote on the spot. You know, I came up with the tune, the little lick, and then what happens is Gary knows about this. And is this Steve? Because I came in late. That's with us.
Yeah,
Yes.
Steve's
Okay.
above you.
So how it works is a lot of times, uh, if you playing some chords on the guitar, and almost immediately words pop up that
Yeah.
match that.
That's
tune.
kind of what Steve was saying earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
And, exactly. And then you just go with it and you just write it out and you almost can do it right there on the spot.
Right,
And
right.
so what you do, what I'm able to do, I'm able to record it like immediately.
That's
And
great.
so once I record it, it's in my computer, you know, because I don't want to lose it.
Yeah,
So if it's halfway good, I want to keep it and I want to do
Absolutely.
it. So that's what I did. So the other thing on the next song, it's kind of the same thing too. On the next song, it's kind of a slower song, mid-range kind of thing, and it's not too serious either. So tonight are my really two non-serious kind of stuff compared to Gary's, because Gary's were so heartwarming. So
I know.
you know,
I know. I love
the
it. Y'all are all
lyrics.
so different. Yeah.
yeah. So, but I hope Gary likes this and Steve and
Oh, I know. I know they're going to really like it. So let's play this. This is Big Front Door by Bobby Garcia. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You ready? Here we go.
Let me tell you a little story. We had a big fight. Said some words I shouldn't have chose. My heart's beating a few beats slower, like a blow to the nose. You walked out that big front door. Funny thing, it only leaves me wanting even more. Even more. just playing around. Honey, don't you know I love you?
Wow. Great song. Great song, Bobby.
Thank
I
you.
like that. I wrote down that line that I didn't notice before. You left your wing feathers on the bedroom floor. In other words, she got her feathers all in a ruffle. Is that what you
Yeah, yeah.
What is that? Yeah. Oh, that's good. Honey, I was just making fun of you. I could almost visualize. She got mad
That's
out and
all it
moved out
was,
that
you
big
know.
front door. That's an
Yeah.
excellent song. I really like it. Good job. Good job,
Thank you.
Bobby. Man,
Thank
I
you.
like that. And I
That's
like
good.
the sound of it. It just reminds me of something you'd see on a James Bond movie, like in the background. It's really cool. So
Yeah.
let's get to the other song because I'm excited for everyone to hear it as well. Excuse me. The next one is, make sure I got the right. I wrote down a lot of stuff. I'm really into you.
Yeah.
I love the title. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
That again was just an idea. Steve
Uh-huh.
knows. Sometimes when you write a song, you just got to put yourself it's all make believe.
Right.
A lot of times you just come up with this story. So I was thinking of like a prom like thing.
Okay.
Back as a kid, you're at the prom, don't have your girlfriend with you, don't even have a partner with you. You just showed up,
Right.
And so there's a girl at the other end of the room. And basically, it's that simple. It's just that. And it could be a prom. It could be something else. I'm not really sure what it is. But it's basically a guy looking at a girl, and he sees that she's looking at him.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's
You know
all
what?
it is.
Before I play it, let me go ahead and pull. Jeffrey, I'm going to bring you on the screen, okay? Can you hear me? Is that okay? I don't know if he can hear me. No, I can't hear him. Hold on. I'm bringing you on the screen for just a minute. I just want to see if we can hear him. Hey, Jeff, can you hear
Can
us?
you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear
Can
you.
you hear me?
Yes. Can
Okay,
you hear
good.
me? Good. Okay.
Hey, tell Bobby that song is really awesome. So you ever heard of a band called Southern Culture on the Skids?
Let me get back. I don't know what I did here. Hold on. I only got you on the screen. Oh, I put you on. Okay, here we go. Bobby, did you hear what Jeff said? Go ahead. Now you can hear you.
What was that?
Have you ever heard of a band called Southern Culture on the Skids?
No.
Oh, you got to check them out, man. You
I
will
will.
absolutely love them. They have a song about Little Debbie's that will blow you away.
Oh, cool.
Can you tell me the name again?
Southern Culture on the Skids.
That's a cool name. Southern
I don't think-
Culture.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
I'm
really
Culture
good.
on the
You'd like them a lot.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Check them out. Okay, Bobby.
I will.
Let's get
I
to-
will.
Okay.
And thank
and
you
we're,
so
we're going to
much.
get to Jeffrey in just a minute. Jeffrey, I'm so glad. Hey, it's a good thing that we waited, so now we can hear you and see you. So, we
Right.
got
Well, I
one-
had to go out to my car and get on my phone to get on here. I don't know what's going on with the computer.
I don't know, but I'm just glad we can see and hear you. I'm so glad. So let's hear Bobby's other song. I'm really into you. It's like the night at the prom. I love that idea. Let me see here.
Right on.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm really into you. Here we go. And I like this video, by the way. It's got like a psychedelic feel. Marie said, "Hi, Jeffrey. Here we go. Bobby is Playboy with his music." Yeah, it kind of sounds like it, right, Marie? Here we go. I'm really into you.
Okay.
I finally get to breathe. Now that you're standing next to me, won't you break the ice? 'Cause you've been looking at me all night long. Wouldn't it be nice? We can find a place and just talk. I really love your dress. I need to just confess. I came and stood by you, 'cause you were looking at miss your company. I'll gently take your hand, and we can dance the whole night long. I didn't catch your name, but just the same, I love the way you feel in my arms. Where does someone start? You know, this is hard to do. You just fill my heart. Yeah, I'm really into you. I am glad you said hello. So, saw your eyes could not let go. How do you explain? You were looking at me all night long. I also played your game. Something told me nothing could go wrong. It's so plain to see. I got feelings straight on through. It feels good to say I'm really into you. I'm really into you. Yeah, I'm really into you. I'm really into you. I'm really into you. I'm really into you.
Wow, excellent,
Wow,
excellent.
Super good.
Yeah, thank you so much. And
Super
Jeffrey
good.
wrote, Mary, by the way, hi Mary. Jeffrey said it would fit in the Almost Famous soundtrack really great. Mary Ruth said, I love this song. Let me see who else. I made sure and typed them up there. I make sure I'm not missing anyone. Y'all make sure you leave your comments regarding that song and all these great artists we have on the show tonight. Man, that is excellent, Bobby. And tell everybody where that Marie said sweet song. Yeah, I like it a lot, Marie. Tell them again where they can find all your music, Bobby.
So really, I push all my stuff on a Facebook page called Bobby G Music.
Okay.
So if you just go to Bobby G Music there or on YouTube, and just like Gary, I'm not there yet, but I soon to be on Spotify and all that stuff. You know, haven't gotten there. I'm really playing it safe right now. Just I don't want to just jump into it because I don't know a lot about Spotify or DistroKid. But
Right.
these are services that songwriters want to go to show their songs, you know, and I want to do it right. I've got a nice collection of songs now that I can maybe put out there as an album, you
Yes.
know, and so I don't have a lot of help to show me how to do a lot of this, so I'm going slow. But for now, I'm on Facebook, Bobby G Music.
You
I,
got it.
I went to a place called TuneCore. They do it all
TuneCore,
for you.
yes, yes, I heard about that. I'll go
Yeah,
there too.
I was looking into that too because I was having so many issues with my songs. All the songs I'm playing getting muted, and it's been driving me nuts on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Well,
So,
the problem is once you get a song copyrighted,
mhm.
Facebook will mute it.
Yeah, that's true
Their
too.
AI will mute it.
That
I had
yeah,
that problem a couple of times with my own songs.
yeah, they
Wow.
definitely do. It's nerve wracking, but I guess
Yeah,
that
well, Carolyn and I had a problem with that a song a little while ago.
Yes, absolutely. I had a big problem with it. And I'm like, come on now. I was trying to put one of the songs I co-wrote up there and it would not let me. And I was like, finally, I just put it on YouTube and just copied. I was so frustrated that night. I was like, come on, there's got to be a way. I can't even put my own song on there.
Should be
Wow. Well,
Bobby,
I'm like so impressed with all of you guys, and I see that George Rendon is in the audience, so we will go ahead and play your songs tonight, George. Sorry you couldn't join us live, but you can still comment. Bobby, thank you so much. We're going to go back and kind of recap before we leave.
thank you.
Okay, Jeffrey. So let's go ahead and get to Jeff. He's been so patient. His phone keeps cutting out. Thank you so much, Bobby. I still call you Robert, but Bobby, thank you
That's
so much.
that's
Man,
that's fine.
you guys
Thank
are
you.
incredible. Honestly, I'm honored to be here. I'm like, what am I doing here? Y'all are all just legends, I think. I mean, you're so incredible. I really do mean that. So let's take the opportunity now to introduce, let's see, he would be below Gary to the in the orange shirt. Please help me welcome from Honolulu, Hawaii, Mr. Jeffrey Nauman. Hi, Jeff. How you doing?
Aloha, everybody. I'm
Aloha.
doing well.
Yes, we're so glad that you're here. Yes, we're going to play George's music too, Mary. Thank you. I'm glad I messaged him. Um, but let's go ahead and have you tell us a little bit about yourself, Jeff. You got a really cool story too.
Well, I live in Honolulu,
Sure.
and I've been doing music off and on since I was 15 years old. I
Right.
took about 23 years off to like have a family, but then about maybe 5 years ago, I started doing it again. I met up with a guy named Joel Katz over on Maui, and he has a place called Seaside Recording Studios. He's a really good guy, plays a lot of really cool instruments, a lot of stringed instruments. Helped me out with some arrangements, and I started getting interested in doing music again. I had a kidney transplant about a year and a half ago, and feeling a lot better, a lot healthier.
Yes.
I'm working on a second album. The first album came out in 2021. And this one here is, I think, a little more mellow and a little more reflective. The first one, it was kind of like me sowing my wild oats, getting all my rock and roll out of the way. And now I'm like starting to do a little more reflective stuff, which I think you'll see in the things that we're about to present to you here. And then I also just finished a song this morning, finished recording, and I sent that over to Carolyn too. So hopefully she'll get that on her email and listen to that. But the one I sent her today, it's called Time Standing Still, and that'll be the title track to the album. But in the meantime, what do you got for me, Carolyn?
Well, today I have Not in Vain in my back pocket, and they're excellent, excellent songs. So I want to point out, for those of you who are not aware, Jeffrey was also kind enough to co-write a song with me, and it meant the world to me, called Just Another Day. I just wanted y'all to know that. So I am honored to be in the company of all this greatness, guys. I really am. And Jeffrey, I just want to let you know again how grateful I am for you doing that. I think the song is excellent. It came
Well,
out just so good.
the Just Another Day song was something where we both kind of had this feeling. I think it was after the Uvalde massacre, where we
Yes.
were just kind of like, what the heck is going on, and why is this kind of stuff going on? And we put we put your music and your words, and I kind of like did the arrangement and did the singing on it, and did the instrumentation. But you guys should check that out too. That's probably even more important than what we're going to play today.
Well, I don't know, but I mean, you've done such a wonderful job with it. And it is on my Facebook page right at the very top, so you can check it out. Thank you again for that, Jeffrey. I just wanted to make sure you know I really appreciate it. So
You betcha.
so let's start with Not in Vain. Why don't you tell us a little bit
Yeah,
about
great. Not in Vain. Not in Vain is a song that I had kind of like sitting in my back pocket, ha ha ha, for about 5 or 6 years, and then I met up with a singer here on Hawaii. Her name is Sunway. She's also a radio DJ. She does the morning drive time on Kumu, 94.7 in Honolulu. And she also has about 3 different albums that she's put out. Fantastic singer. And I think you'll really like what she's done, what we've done with this particular song, particularly vocally. So I love it. And I think you guys will like it too.
Yeah, absolutely. I was blown away by it. And what a cool stage name, Sunway. And I think I mispronounced it at first. I thought it was Sun Ray, I was like, no, it's Sunway. That's so cool. That is so cool. So real quick, let me
No,
address.
that's her real name. That's the name her parents gave her. So
Oh, wow. That is really a cool name. So let's see. Marie said, hope your place is safe from the fires there in Maui. And then Mary said, hey, Jeffrey, was your home near Maui fires? Praying that they weren't. So go ahead.
I don't live in Maui anymore, but when I there's a lot of people I know. In fact, I'm going over there next week because I used to work at the Maui Food Bank, and I'm basically going to take over for them for about a week or so. So the people over there they've been working 24/7, and I'm like one of the few people that actually know how the system operates that isn't actually working there on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
So I'm going over there next week to help them out, just to give them some rest.
Great, great. And I know our thoughts and prayers go out to all those. A terrible tragedy. I mean, just terrible. And I don't even watch the news anymore, but I did tune in. Just
It's ongoing. It's ongoing. The fires aren't even out yet.
Oh my God, that's so terrible. Well, like I said, our prayers go out to all of those involved. So let's go ahead and get to this first song, Not in Vain. And I can't wait for y'all to hear it and hear Sunway's voice. What an excellent voice. Mary said, good job, Jeffrey. So let's go ahead and play it, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Sunway with Jeffrey Nauman's song, Not in Vain. Here we go.
Was it yesterday, or was it just a dream? Some souls can't be saved, but love will be redeemed. If two wrongs make it right, then what about 4 and 5? I know that I'm alone now, but I'm glad to be alive. For every drop of rain that falls, another flower grows, and every tear that's shed is not in vain. Thought I saw your silhouette past the day behind a cloud. I hadn't heard your name in years, but I said it right out loud. The rain that fell upon my face, well, it tasted like your kiss. It's not the passion or the pain, but the closeness that I miss. For every sorrow that we spent, we brought a sense of joy and memories of ecstasy remain. Was it yesterday, or was it just a dream?
tear that's shed is not in vain. Was it just a dream?
Wow.
Wow.
Excellent.
Nice.
Excellent. Excellent. And we're getting some incredible comments about that. Wow. Steve said, of course, Steve here on the screen with us said great lyrics and production. George Ridden, who's going to be joining us in a minute, said, wow, Jeffrey, how many oohs are in smooth? That's a good comment. I like that. Let's see, I had another one here just to make sure I got great lyrics and production. And Bobby said beautiful. I absolutely agree. It's so beautiful.
Oh,
You're right.
thank you.
You're so welcome. And Sunway's voice just added to it. Your vocal, I think you're an exceptional vocalist in your own right. But when you added her to it, it just made it even. It gave me goosebumps. It really did. Beautiful, Jeff. Man.
Well, I was really fortunate to touch base with her. Her life partner slash producer, Jürgi Alfter, is from Germany, and he's he's taught me a lot about production. I've gotten so much better at what I do because I had a chance just to work with him on this particular song, and every song after that I've done after this song has been exponentially better as a result. So I want to give him credit for that as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. Well, I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. Let's go to the next song. The next song is called My Back Pocket. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, My Back Pocket is pretty simply. I have a man crush on Bob Seger, and I want to not that I want to be with him, but I want to be him.
Yeah.
And so this was my idea of. There's a song he does called Main Street that I just kills me every time I hear it, and I wanted to do something along those lines, not to copy him, but
Right.
honestly, I wanted to do a song that if I ever met Bob Seger, I would ask him to record this song, and so that's what this one is right here.
Very nice. Okay, so let's get to that. I'm excited to hear this. This is called My Back Pocket. And who is that a photo of on the cover? Is that your grandbaby?
That is my grandson Ashton. And when he was 9 months old, we went and bought him a little tiny guitar, and he just wouldn't put it down. Everywhere he'd go, he'd take it with him. And when he got to be about 1.5 years old, he started singing songs while playing that guitar.
Wow. So, well, he definitely got your genes then, for sure. That's incredible. That's awesome. So let's play this. My Back Pocket. Here we go.
She was my sweet salvation in a time no one could save. My life a burning desert, her love a tidal wave. I gave her nothing to believe in, yet she still chose to believe. I put her love in my back pocket. She wore her heart out on her sleeve. Wore her heart out on her sleeve.
she cried. Yeah, how many reasons did I give her just to go and say goodbye? And if I could go back to the start, I swear I would do anything just to get inside her heart. Get inside her heart. She was my sweet salvation, but I left before the dawn. I put her love in my back pocket, turned around and it was gone. Turned around and she was gone. She was gone.
Oh my goodness, Jeffrey.
Nice.
Excellent. Excellent. I got to read some of these comments. I agree with all of them, by the way. Um, Mary Ruth Merchant Rendon said, your voice is so beautiful with a smiley faced emoji. And George Rendon said, Jeffrey, I would love to be with you in a picker circle. Yeah, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Jamie said, absolutely beautiful. Marie said, excellent song and voice. So beautiful. Maybe Jeffrey should be a romance novelist. Marie's got a new job for you, Jeffrey.
Well, I do write scripts for movies, so
Hey, maybe that's where she's getting it at her psychic thing. Yeah, absolutely. So
there
you're
you
a
go.
very busy man. You got your talent is just going in all different directions. You know what? I'm blown away by all of you guys already. I mean, honestly, you're all like professionals, and I'm so honored to have you guys. Honestly, we have another gentleman I need to address. Jeffrey, thank you so much. Y'all don't go anywhere. Let's help cheer on George. Jeffrey's been a good friend for a long time, and I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all of you now. Thanks for being a part of our Carolyn's Corner family. Mary said, I can understand this song very well, like many probably do. Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely, Mary. So let's move on and let y'all hear a couple of songs from another great guy by the name of George Rendon. He is not here on the screen with us, but he can comment. So I got the opportunity, and I'm so happy to say I got a chance to meet Mary and George because they came to our live show, Carolyn's Corner Live. It was actually live, a live concert, and it was an honor to meet them. They're such great people, and I'm honored to have him and Mary Ruth here. So let me go ahead and get this song up. So I know he can't tell us too much about himself, but I know he's been playing for years and years, and I know he even got the opportunity years ago to play with the great I lost my audio. I can hear, but that's fine. Oh my goodness. So sorry. He got to play with a great Vicente Fernandez, which is a big deal. It's a real big deal. He's got a photo of himself and Vicente, and he's just one of the greatest guys. So kind, so kind. I just think the world of him. So let me pull up his songs. So anything, I know you have to type it pretty much fast. Mary Ruth said, aloha. Let me pull up your video real quick. So I think the one I'm going to talk about first is going to be, and I hate that you're not here because it makes it hard for you to discuss about it, George. But let's see here. Hold on. And George has been playing for years as well. He's traveled all over the place playing with some of the greats. I love his beautiful traditional country sound. I just love it. I really do. So let me get back. So I like the fact that we have a little bit of everything. So I noticed George's songs, at least these two, which are Time Passes By and Running Away song. They're just dealing with the present time. I think I'm going to play Time Passes By first. He will talk with you. Okay, George. So I'm going to play Time Passes By. Is there anything you'd like to add? I know you'd have to type it real fast on YouTube, Jeff Nallman channel. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. Yes. Let me put that back up here. Hold on. Hang on just a moment, George. I'm so sorry I got distracted again. I always do that, y'all. So, y'all make sure and look up Jeffrey Nauman on YouTube. Let me pull up his name here again because I never put it up. Spotify, etc. Yes, Jeffrey, thank you so much. He lost his audio. So you can find Jeffrey Nauman's music all over any music streaming platform, Spotify, YouTube. He's got lots of great videos on there, lots of great songs. So y'all please go check him out. And it's spelled Naumann. And by the way, gentlemen, all of you guys that are here, we will be playing your songs live on the radio show this Monday, and talking a little bit about them. So maybe you can join us. I'm trying to, give them a little bit of radio play at least. So I'm excited about that. So don't forget, that's where you can find Jeffrey all over social music streaming platforms and on YouTube. Make sure you check out his songs. All right. So up next, we have our first song by George Rendon. Let me close this. George, is there anything you'd like to hide? Hide. Listen to me. Hold on. He's about to talk. Okay, George. Is there anything you'd like to add? I can't even talk. It's been a long day. Is there anything you want to tell me about Time Passes By? I like the lyrics. I really do. He's about to talk. Is he coming on the screen, Mary? Okay, here we go. Carolyn, the lady that does my videos, Kathleen Shields, she wrote a poem, and I was reading it, and I was putting music to it, and I told her about it, and she got all excited and wanted to know if she could do the video to it, and I said, of course, and here it is. All right. Perfect. Perfect. You got it. There we go. So let's play this Time Passes by George Rendon. Here we go. And Kathleen Shields. Here we go.
Seven to seven, minute by minute, time keeps ticking on. Season to season, sunrise to moonlight, from dead of night till dawn. Alarm clock is buzzing, snooze button is near. Now don't make it your excuse. Time passing by like the blink of an eye. Now which path will you choose? Time is blue, like water to rivers that blows into the sea. Make the most of each moment where God has bestowed it. Live life as it can be. Live life as it should be. Time is blue, like water to rivers that blows into the sea. Make the most of each moment where God has bestowed it. Live life as it can be. Live life as it should be.
Wow, George, I really like that song. Just reminding you to live life minute by minute, second by second. Time goes by so fast. So Mary said, awesome. Yes, I believe. Let me see what this says. My daughter's half sister's name is Nauman, since Jeffrey is actually from Louisiana, I believe, possibly Ken. I don't know. I can't hear him right now. Yeah, that was nicely done, George. Thank you so, so much. Let me see if Jeffrey's able to answer. I don't think so. Let me see if he can hear us. Hey, Jeffrey, are you able to hear us? No, he's frozen up. Sorry about that. But yeah, that was beautiful. Beautiful song. I loved it. I loved it. So let's go to the next song, George. Let me get back to the comments here. Starting to get some weird stuff happening here with the comments. So the next song is Running Away. Is there anything you'd like to tell us about Running Away, George? Carolyn, Running Away, I wrote about 10 years ago and just put it on the back shelf until God told me, okay, son, it's time to put it out there. And again, Kathleen Shields did the video. My song spoke to her, and her video said amen to it. I probably tell people that, or God's songs, these songs, and let me put my name on them. Oh, that's nice. So, in other words, you just get the honor of putting your name on them. They're not even yours necessarily, but that's awesome. That's really awesome. So, let me get over here and make sure I'm on the right song. So this one is Running Away. Let me go down here and download it. It just feels so weird not having you here, George. I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's go ahead and play this. Thank you, George. And folks, that is George Rendon. I'm going to put his name up on the screen since he is not here with us in person. There we go. So let's play Running Away by George Rendon. Here we go.
I spent most of my life going down the wrong road, hoping that someday I'd find something that would bring joy to my life and leave all these worries behind. But I didn't know till I found him that day just what I'd been running from. But while I was running away from my God, I ran into the arms of the sun. Sometimes it's so hard for me to believe that someone could love me that way. But the roads I've been down and the things that I've done, and he still stands beside me today. But I didn't know till I found him that day just what I'd been running from. But while I was running away from my God, I ran into the arms of the sun. And the farther that I ran from my God, the closer I came to his son.
Got myself muted. Great job, George. Thank you so much. And
That's my song.
yes, let me read this. George said, Carolyn, as I told you before, all the songs that I've written, whoops, hold on, went up there, that I've written and recorded, I recorded on a $100 telephone, just my God and my guitar. And that is why it's so easy for me to give him all the glory. Wow. Beautiful, amazing song. Marie said this song really hit me. Sometimes I feel like running away from all that has happened recently, but I know I can't really run from it. Awesome song. Beautiful, beautiful, George. Beautiful. So y'all make sure and go check out all of George's songs. It's George Rendon, and you can find him on most music streaming platforms and on YouTube. So we do have one more artist to feature. I wanted to see if he's here. If not, I think I'm going to wait and feature his songs tomorrow. Jim Aitken, are you here, sir? Or is any of his followers here? Because he's from Scotland. Anyone here for Jim Aitken? We may wait till tomorrow because we're already running kind of late here. Jim Akins is a great guy from Scotland. But the artist that I have on tomorrow, her name is Francesca Gray. She is also from Scotland. So I thought, well, let's wait and we're going to record her songs, her show because of the time zone difference. And I think we're going to wait and play Jim's songs tomorrow. Hopefully he can join us then. So I'd like to go ahead and recap. Let's go ahead and start with you, Steve. Anything you want to add before we go for the evening?
I just really appreciate hearing everybody else. There's really a lot of similarities as
I
I
know.
hear the way we all evolved as learning instruments as youngsters, playing in some local bands, and it's a very similar scenario, I think, for all of us.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Absolutely. What about you, Gary? Anything you'd like to add? Let me read Jamie's comment. Excuse me. It says she's a sweetheart. George, this song is awesome. Reminds me of one of my many Western movies. Yes, Jamie. George, excuse me, Gary. Excuse me. Anything you'd like to add, sir?
No, I just enjoyed it. Appreciate you giving us the opportunity and enjoyed listening to all you guys. It's a pleasure to hear other people doing their music.
Yeah, I agree, Gary, and I'm I'm with you on that, Steve. I'm hearing similarities, but in the stories, but it's so amazing how you're all doing it's just so cool. I mean, you're all to me pros. You really, really are, and I'm not kidding when I say I'm honored to have you here. Robert, anything you want to add, Robert or Bobby? There's Rhonda Kay. There she is. You're all amazing, talented gentlemen. Yes, they are. I know. What about you, Bobby? Anything you want to add, sir, before we cut it out for this evening? Uh-oh, we lost your vocal. We lost your audio. Make sure your mic's on. Oh, poor Bobby. I tell you what. Well, at least we were able to hear you for a little while. Let me see if Jeffrey is here. Y'all, it's been an honor to have you here, and I'm sorry about all of the little technical issues. It's just all great musicians and singers. I agree. I agree. And I am, like I said, honestly, I'm honored to have had you all on here. I'm going to go ahead and address Jim Aitken's songs tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be able to join us. I don't know. I'm going to record Francesca Gray because there's a 6 hour, I think she said 5 hour time difference. So it's 1:30 in the morning over there when it's 7:30 here. Bobby said, thank you all for listening to us. Nicely done, George. Yeah, thank you so much, Bobby. I forgot he could type them there. George, would you like to add anything else, sir? I know we can't hear you, but maybe you can type what you'd like to say. Just any final thoughts? Oh, he said, I want to give a shout out to Vicky Cross. I know her. She was on our show. Talented little darling, because she is the one that turned me on to you and opened up a whole new world to me. Thank you so much for being there. You're so welcome. It's been beautiful to listen to all of you. I agree. It has. It's been an honor. Like, that's the only word I can think to describe it. It's been an honor to have you all on here. I hope to do another show in the future again. Maybe next time we'll make sure we don't have any technical bugs. I don't know if there's any way to avoid all of those. But it has been an honor to have you all here, and I've enjoyed listening to your songs so much. Please keep sharing your songs with me, and I'll share them out as much as I possibly can. And we will be playing them all on the radio this Monday. I know I loved it too. We'll be playing them on Carolyn's Corner on Dolly 107.1 this Monday at 7:30. So if y'all can pop in even during, and just make a little comment, let everybody know you're there while we're playing them. I'll try to give you an idea of the order we'll be playing them in when we get started, okay? It's been an honor, guys. Thank you so much for putting up with me and all my goofiness. Poor Robert, I can't hear you. God bless you all and the best wishes to you all. Yes, Rhonda, thank you. Very well said. Couldn't have said it better myself. Yes, I hope God continues to bless you and keep you safe. Jeffrey, if you can still hear us out there, I pray that you stay safe. Be very careful when you go to the food bank. Thank you for what you're doing to help out those over there. I know they need your assistance. So God bless you for doing that, Jeffrey. FYI, Vicky Cross will be singing Friday night at Aunt D's in Yorktown, and Peyton Howie will be at Aerocrafters in Victoria Friday night. Yes, and we've had both of those beautiful ladies on our show. So if you're out and about and you want to go check them out, you will not be sorry. They put on a great show. So Yorktown and Aerocrafters in Victoria. Thank you for letting us know that, Marie. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on Carolyn's Corner. I appreciate you guys so much. Please stay tuned tomorrow night. Tune in tomorrow night at 7:30 where we'll have Francesca Gray. She is from Scotland also. We are going to pre-record her show, but I'll be playing snippets from it. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Have a great night. God bless you. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night, ladies and
Good night.
gentlemen. Have a wonderful
Bye.
night. Thank you. Bye.